earlier in your life, you had to face a very difficult risk, and that was a battle with cancer. Tell our listeners about how you got through that.
When I found out that I had cancer, that was numbing. I had physicals every year for boat racing, and the only reason I found it was I had an episode of blood in my urine, and I was like, "That's not right." And so I went to the doctor, and they said, "Hey, you're pretty sick. Now I know you've got a business trip, so you can go ahead and go on that. But when you get back, we really need to figure out a plan for you." And we had done all the scans and found out that I had stage 4 kidney cancer.
Oh my
My kidney,
goodness.
yeah, my kidney was about the size of a grapefruit and it needed to be removed. And so it's really fortunate. I have family members that work in the medical field that are doctors, and they said, you got to get to Fred Hutch. And I was like, okay. But at the time, I was really numb. I just didn't know what to think or say. And, I went to Fred Hutch, obviously, some of the most amazing cancer doctors in the world. And I got onto a clinical trial that had just been blessed as official, and it was immunotherapy. I did that for about 2.5 years after the surgery. I was actually, after the surgery, I was walking that night, and they were like, who are you? And then, that morning they said, "Hey, I think you're okay to go. I can tell you're going to fight through this." And that's just how I approach things. I'm sure were there times of fear, just like getting in the boat, yes, but I'm going to get up and get after it. And so that's what I did. And 3 months later, I was in a boat in Madison, Indiana. That's the shirt that I bought there. And that 2 years of immunotherapy right now, no sign of cancer present. So very grateful for my doctors, Dr. John Gore, Dr. Thompson, the folks at Fred Hutch, and then wanted the opportunity to get back. So when I got in unlimited hydroplane, and a good friend of mine, Kelly Price, he said, "Hey, do you know anything about Obliteride?" And I said, "No, I don't." But when he said Fred Hutch, that's the bike ride, walk, run that they put on for cancer research, and they raised, I think it's over $6 million last year. And I was the keynote speaker there and had a chance to tell my story in front of their audience and get people pumped up about doing the ride. And so extremely honored for that. But, cancer hasn't left us. Like my brother has just been diagnosed with lymphoma, and that
Oh
just
no.
happened a couple months ago. And not many people know that. But that was really a tough thing to hear. And I think it's harder for me because it's him, not me. It's easier when it's yourself because you can control it. But when it's the last living sibling or last living family member that I have on my side, that's hard. So luckily he lives 5 minutes away and we talk every day. I told him I was joining the show and I was going to get to speak to an astronaut. He's like, cool, tell me about it. So yeah, we're just trying to keep his spirits up. He's going through chemo. His cancer's a little different. He's lost a lot of weight. So that's hard to see, but boy, his spirit and his positivity hasn't left. Yeah, I think we got that from our mom.
You were probably an inspiration to him too, I imagine. So good.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I hope so. Yeah.